Are you ready? Let's go!
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
We had this Facebook Live-a-thon this weekend. And before the Live-a-thon, before we did it, I talked to a lady named Lacey and her husband Daniel. And before the Live-a-thon, these two had almost, not quite, but they had almost lost hope. You see, Lacey and Daniel own an organization called Rescue One Global, where they are battling sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, all around the world. And they're battling an industry, we're talking about $150 billion industry. Basically, think of it this way. The human sex trafficking industry is larger than the NFL. $150 billion a year industry, and you've got this small organization, Rescue One Global, and these incredible human beings who feel compelled to go out there and save lives one at a time, to pull one girl, one victim out of the industry. And they had almost lost hope. They had run short on funds. They knew that there was a grant that they could potentially get, but they had to raise $100,000 by October 1st in order to receive the grant. In order to receive the grant, they had to raise $100,000 by October 1st, and they had never done anything like that. They had never done any real fundraising. They hadn't made that kind of money, and Lacey told me that they had pretty much, not quite, but their morale was low. The morale was low on their team. It was a small team of people up against the big, bad, evil giant that is human sex trafficking. And she laid her head down, she prayed, and she wept because she believed that there was no way, there was absolutely no way it was going to happen. And then she says that in that moment where she felt like all hope was lost, her team had lost morale, and she thought maybe their mission was over. She says in that moment she received a phone call. She received a phone call, and it was me informing her that we were getting ready to do this Facebook Live-a-thon, and that we were going to do everything in our power, that we were going to pull together leaders and champions and our group, and we were going to pull people together from all around the world in a very unique and special way. And I told her that, Lacey, Daniel, we are going to raise $100,000 for you in 24 hours. And she had hope. And she lit up. And before the Facebook Live-a-thon, she messaged me that she wasn't able to sleep. She wasn't able to sleep at all because she was finally hopeful that maybe, just maybe, this would be the thing that would change the course of history for her organization. And then we all converged this weekend, you, me, all of our friends, our family members, we converged this weekend, and the posts went up, and we had the Facebook Live-a-thon, and we started picking up steam, and everybody was hitting the share button, and everybody was commenting, and all the hosts were including talent and music and entertaining and sharing their stories and sharing the information and bringing a recognition, putting eyeballs on this place called Rescue One Global, this small organization that no one had necessarily heard about. I shouldn't say no one, but most of us had never heard about more than a month ago. We had never heard about this industry of 40 million people that are currently enslaved. We had never heard about this industry that is doing $150 billion a year. And so after the Facebook Live-a-thon, where we raised $100,000 in 24 hours, ultimately giving $400,000 to this incredible organization, I talked to Lacey and Daniel, and she told me that on Sunday, after it was all said and done, she couldn't get her staff to leave. She said that she couldn't get her staff to leave. They were sitting around in a circle, and they were talking about all of the things that they were going to be able to do. They were talking about the women, I keep saying women, there's men also, but they were talking about the victims they were going to be able to save, the houses they were going to be able to build, the missions they were going to be able to go on, the lives that were going to be changed. And as they sat around talking and having these visions and these dreams of all the things that they could now do, finally Lacey had to tell them, guys, I love you and I'm excited with you, but I'm tired and we haven't slept and I need to go home. But her team had hope. They were so motivated to do all the things that they could do. You see, hope is the most powerful motivator in the universe. Understand that? Hope is the most powerful motivator in the universe. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Today is Wednesday, September 25th, 2019. That's right. Today is Wednesday, September 25th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it will ever be Wednesday, September 25th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most. We have to make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. This week we've been talking about hope, the number one most powerful motivating factor in the world. Hope moves mountains. Hope inspires others. Hope stirs emotion. Hope literally changes everything. Hope is something we can't live life long without. Hope. I need you to do something a little bit different this morning because we had this Facebook Live-a-thon. Facebook is throttling the heck out of my business page. It's not letting people see feeds, things that we are posting. Facebook's like, nope, I'm not putting that out because you went crazy on me for 2 days and we don't know what the heck to do with you. So do me a favor. Will you please tag anybody that you normally would see that is watching the show, that watches hashtag Rise and Grind? If you don't see their name right now, will you just tag them in the comments? They might be trying to find it. Facebook's not feeding it. But if you tag them, then they'll pop right in here. Will you do that? I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do. But that's, we gotta go. That's just how it works, man. We play these games. Facebook likes to play these games. They got the algorithm, so on and so forth. We have to play in their world. So if there's anybody that you know that watches the show that's not live right now, or if you're watching on replay, somebody that watches the show, but you don't see their name in the comments, just tag them. Tag them right now. Let's get them up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Listen, we're talking about hope this week on this incredible show. We're talking about hope. And I hope that you'll dance with me this morning as we kick this thing off. That's right. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes for you to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back. Fair enough? What's up, Emily Goffler? What's up, Brad Smith? How you doing, Melissa Young Klein? What's up, Tracy Shepard? Thanks for tagging a couple people. What's up, Casey Rossiter, Janelle Griego, Scott Holbert's up in here, Terry LaPierre. What's up, Terry LaPierre? Vicki Everett, Nathaniel Banks, Laura Berman, John Kaltenburn. What's up, JJ Bain? Carrie Lynn Carter. Hi, Carrie Lynn Carter. It's great to see you. What's up, Rick Tamburino? Jeff Baker, I just got a message for you on the 800% Club. I'll send over everything as soon as we get off of here. What's up, Michael Akins? How you doing, Melvin Rodriguez? Heather Spurlock Venters. We got Tony Kretz is up in here. Mr. Mike Overfell, another one of my 800% clubs. What's up, Whitney Wells? Whitney Wells, I got an incredible message from you. I'll get back to you as well. What's up, Mike Hubbard? What's up, Jimmy Jam? In the airport. That's what I'm talking about. Don Sankey's up in here. Amy Myers, Gail B. Craft. We got everybody up in here. How you doing, Kristen Hawk Tibbs? Where's my man Josh? Oh, anybody tag him? What's up, Dottie Deb Spears? What's up? Who else is up in here? Melissa Young Klein, Sarah Balls dancing in the kitchen. The neighbors just stopped to watch her. She's gonna open her windows and say, "Get on in here." That's what I'm talking about. Tell me to get on in here. Sarah, you're crazy. I'm gonna have to go overseas sometime and check you out. You seem like super fun. What's up, Vanessa Wallace? Seems like you've been getting healthier, girl. I'm rooting for you. There's my man Josh O. What's up, Beth Workman? That's right, Beth Workman's doing all the tags. What's up, Eric Willowroy? Nicole Castle. She made it to her first live, coming in from Australia. Is that what that says? Made it on a live finally, coming in from Australia on Wednesday night. Nicole Castle, I'm so glad you made it. Yay! BG, that's a girl. What's up, baby? It's great to see you. She's getting back on her M5 grind. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. You guys feeling that? We ran the music a little bit longer today. They say all is not lost as long as you have hope. How strong is that? They say all is not lost as long as you have hope. I remember the difference. I remember life without hope, which isn't one that you could live long. What's up, Scott Simons? And I now know what it looks like to have life with hope. I've been on both sides. But I want you to jot that down, Mike Brockway, if you would, take a note. All is not lost as long as you have hope. Let me ask you a question this morning. Is there an area in your life that you feel like you've given up on? Like maybe is there, a job that you wanted or that you were hoping for, but you kind of gave up? You told yourself that maybe you're not qualified. Maybe it just wasn't meant for you. Maybe there's a career path. Maybe there's a career path that you thought maybe you could go on and necessarily it didn't work out. You had some obstacles in the way. Or maybe it was a diet that you thought, well, I'm going to try this diet. And then ultimately the diet didn't work out. Or an exercise plan that you decided, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to attack this fitness thing. I'm going to exercise every single day and I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay motivated. And maybe you were for just a little while, but then maybe it got harder and the results didn't come. Or even worse, you did have results, but then you missed a week or you missed a couple weeks and everything fell back to where it was and you just lost all hope. Maybe there was a church that you attended at some point, or there was a pastor at a church that did something that he shouldn't have done, that represented himself as a man of God, and then ultimately turned out to be participating in things of evil. And maybe you gave up on that church. Maybe there was too many people backstabbing you. There were too many people that were claiming to be a certain way, but in reality, they were not. Maybe you lost hope in your relationships, a relationship with a spouse, with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Maybe you lost hope in God himself. Is there any areas of your life that you've lost hope? What's up, Stephen Kuhn? Maybe you lost hope on your finances. You're just like, man, I'm never going to get out of this. The bills are just going to keep piling up. I've got too much debt. I can't climb out. I'm giving up. Maybe you've lost hope on your health, that it's never going to recover, it's never going to get better. Where in your life have you lost hope? Where in your life are you proclaiming to yourself, I'm never going to get out of this. It's too much. I give up. Is it really worth it? It's impossible. Where in your life are you using the word impossible? Because I'm here to tell you this morning, as long as you feel that way and as long as you use those words, you are 100% right. Let me say that to you one more time. I'm here to tell you, as long as you feel that way, and as long as you use those words like I will never get out, those words like it's too much, words like I give up, words like it's not worth it, words like it's impossible, as long as you use those words and as long as that is what you believe, you are 100% right. You see, a long time ago, a man by the name of Confucius said, the man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. You see, without hope, all is lost. And as long as you have hope, all is not lost.
I know that there are 1 billion people going hungry today. I know that this year 1 million people will commit suicide. It's 1 every 40 seconds. I know today there are 120 million slaves, and I've met sex slaves, and I've seen the top of the pyramid as far as business and met the billionaires. I've met bankers, and I've also met orphans. We're all looking for something. We're all looking for hope. Hope you can't just have just because you were born with hope. No, we're born with pain. We're born and live through difficulties. And in our life, my parents always taught me that even though we don't know why I was born this way, that we have a choice. Either to be angry for what we don't have, or be thankful for what we do have. The power of that choice was the first thing that I had to overcome and decide for myself.
Why would the farmer put the plow in the ground in the spring if he couldn't see the vision of the harvest when the summer is finished? Is it possible to see the finished harvest? And the answer is yes. We do that simply by faith. Key phrase, faith is the ability to see things that don't yet exist. And that's how things exist. How did this hotel get here? Someone saw it while the property was vacant. You say, well, is it possible to see this hotel when it isn't here? And the answer is yes, of course. If somebody cannot see it when it is not here, then it will never be here. So it's possible to see things that don't yet exist.
I met a high school teacher who one day changed my life. I was waiting on another student, and when he came in, he said to me, young man, go to the board and write what I'm about to tell you. And I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, why not? I said, I'm not one of your students. He said, it doesn't matter, follow my directions now. I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, why not? I said, because I'm educable mentally retarded. And he came from behind his desk and he looked at me. He said, don't ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality.
Just do what you love, don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about money, don't worry about anything. Just be kind to everyone and do what you love. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, as long as you're being kind to people and you're doing what you love, only good things can come of it.
I think the greatest of people in society carved niches that represented the unique expression of their combinations of talents. I'm privileged and I don't take a day for granted.
I hope you are inspired to know that if I can dream big, then so can you. There are no walls. Find your peace, and you'll make your walls doors.
There are no walls. Find your peace, and you will make your walls doors. Nick also said, we all have two choices. We can be angry about the things that we don't have, or we can be thankful about the things that we do. You see, it all comes down to hope. As long as we have hope, all is not lost. You see, right now, there's shifts that are going on in the world. There's shifts in schools. There's shifts in violence. There's shifts in activity of young people. There's also shifts in business. You know, right now, it's dark for a lot of business owners. Right now, it's ominous out there. It's incredibly ominous out there for a lot of business owners as some of these bigger corporations, places like Amazon, places like Google, big things like Carvana, it's ominous. It's a dark and ominous area. And so there are some people in business that are running scared right now. Their businesses are running scared. They're selling out. They're trying to cash in while they can. And then there are others that are out there that are holding on to hope. And see, when we hold on to hope, that hope causes us, or in this case, it causes them to invest in themselves. Those investments, they invest on learning more. They invest in new technologies. We have a group right now of, it's going to be 20. We've got 13 right now, but we have a group of what's going to be 20 dealers from all around the country that are investing in themselves, investing in becoming a part of the 800% club so that we can battle what's out there, right? They're holding on to hope that their individual dealerships that have been in families for years and years and years and years, for decades and decades and decades and decades, dealerships that have been around for a very long time can stay in business and serve people the way that they know best how to serve. You see, their hope, even though it's ominous, their hope causes them to invest himself. And that investment turns hope into action. That's the thing about hope. See, therein lies the answer. Hope inspires action. And enough consistent action is going to get you results. The other day, the other day, Willow was upset. Willow was really upset. It was Savannah's birthday, Savannah's 10th birthday, and my wife had determined that her and Savannah alone, with no other kids, were going to go shopping. That was Savannah's birthday present. You see, when you have a big family and you have a lot of kids, sometimes a birthday present is just not to be around all of the other kids. I'm sure you guys can understand that, right? And so Savannah and my daughter were getting ready to leave, and Willow is a very emotional soul. She is so she's just wired for connection. She always wants to be involved in whatever's going on. So she was devastated, absolutely devastated that her sister and her mom were leaving without her. Mental breakdown, blubbering, tears pouring down her face. It looked like she'd been in a swimming pool. She was crying so hard. She just couldn't stand the thought of missing out on this opportunity to be alone with mom. And so I grabbed Willow and I set her up on the back of the couch, which don't tell her mom we're not supposed to do that, but I set her up on the back of the couch and I looked her in the eyes and I said, Willow, as she was blubbering tears and body trembling, I said, Willow, you've got a birthday coming up in January. Where are you and Mama gonna go on your birthday? And she you could see her start to react. You could see the facial reactions start to change. You could see her mental capacities start to change and the tears started to slow. I said, come on, Willow, tell me. You got to tell me, honey, where are you guys going to go? Where are you and mama going on your birthday? And she kind of bluttered it out. She was like, we're go to, I don't know where we're going to go. I said, Willow, maybe you guys could go to Justice. See, I know Willow likes going and shopping at Justice. That's one of her favorite places. And I said, and maybe you and mama, maybe you guys could go to like Chuck E. Cheese. I started planting seeds of hope. And as I planted the seeds of hope, her demeanor completely changed. Her attitude, her outlook. Yes, Mom and Savannah were going to go their own way, but Willow now had hope that she was going to get to experience something special with Mom. And even though that her birthday's months and months and months away, that hope that 4 months from now, 5 months from now, however long it is, that hope was enough to carry her through the now. You see, I turned her mind with hope. And you can do the same thing for yourself. I'm going to need you to stop crying the blues. It's time for you to stop crying the blues. It's time for you to stop with the blame. It's time for you to stop taking action when it comes to your body, to stop taking action. It's time for you to stop not taking action when it comes to your health, when it comes to your body, when it comes to your morning routine, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your marriage, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your visions, when it comes to your hopes, when it comes to your desires. It is now time for you to stop crying the blues when you're worried about those bills that you can't pay, or that debt you can't pay off. You just don't know how it's going to happen. I need you to stop crying the blues. I need you to talk about, pray about, and be about what's next. That's it. I need you to talk about, pray about, and be about what's next for you. I want you to hold on to hope. I want you to never, ever, ever, ever allow anyone to take that hope away from you. Earlier in that video clip, Les Brown's teacher told him, don't let what anybody says about you determine your future. Do not allow anyone to take hope away from you. It is the most valuable asset that you can never run out of unless you choose to. You see, it is why God created you. See, God created you because He hopes that you, as a child of God, will go out there and be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. That's what He hopes. See, God has hope for you. He's instilled hope in you. When we lose hope, we lose everything. As long as we still have hope, we have everything. Does that make sense? All is not lost as long as you have hope. Now listen, as a child of God, I want you to understand something. I want you to understand that you have this ability and the responsibility to go out there and make a massive impact on the planet, right? You have this ability in you. You can do it. And I know you're already starting to make good decisions. You're watching hashtag Rise and Grind. You're getting up early. You're doing the more than 5. You're smiling, making contact with people. You're posting every day in the group, which is awesome. You're sharing your stories like Elizabeth McCullough. She says, this is what a group of people coming together on Facebook can achieve. Hashtag Rise and Grind has completely transformed Facebook for me. It used to be a time filler, time sucker, really, with no actual benefit. Just a waste of time scrolling, mindless, somebody selling something. Now it's about community. It's about motivation. It's about doing life together and for the right reasons, keeping up with people because you care, not just to compare, continuing education and learning and inspiring others to become the best versions of themselves. As I told Glenn before, the power in hashtag Rise and Grind for me is the undeniable fact that almost 30,000 people all over the world have my back. That's priceless, valuable beyond measure. Your actions matter. They may seem like small little decisions, but these decisions that you're making, they're making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers, and they've made a massive impact on me. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I do. I absolutely stinking love you. So go out there, kill it today. Hold on to hope. Take action. Massive action is going to get you the results. If you need more videos like this, go to glennlundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, go to glennlundy.com. Most importantly, come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. on hashtag Rise and Grind. See ya.